Hi, my name's Charlie Bunton. I'm here today from Tollbar Waltham School. I'm a teacher of citizenship and IB psychology, and I've brought 4 of the students down here today to get involved in the mock car crash scenario. Joe's invited us down because we've set up a group within the school called Tollbar Traffic Team, and they're getting involved with like road safety issues and projects to do with road safety. And Joe sort of said, come along for the day, get involved in the mock car crash.
My name's Andy Sangster, and I'm a crew manager at Peaks Lane Fire Station. I've previously served at Immingham, and part of my job at Peaks Lane Fire Station is to serve the community, including East Marsh, West Marsh and the rest of Grimsby. Well, today we simulated outside RTC involving 1 vehicle. Inside that vehicle we had 1 casualty, which was played by one of the students from Tollbar School. And part of that was we had to release that casualty during the procedure.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm from Tollbar School and I'm part of the Tollbar Traffic Team, and we've come to the fire service today to do a mock car accident, and I was fortunate enough to be cut out of a car. First they kitted me up with loads of protective gear, gloves, a tunic, a hard hat to protect me, and then they just took me to the car and just basically told me what was going to happen.
We need to assess the situation primarily for safety reasons. When we realised there's 1 casualty in there, from there we've got to stabilise the vehicle, and how we do that is we have these chocks that we put under each side of the vehicle, front and back, both sides of the vehicle. Once we've got somebody to assess the casualty and got a casualty carer inside the vehicle, what we do is we try and remove as much glass as we can. And how we do that is we basically use glass punch to do normal windows, like the side windows, etc. Front windscreen is laminated glass, which is basically some plastic sandwiched between 2 layers. So you can't just shatter that, you need to sort of cut that in some way. So how we do that is we have a saw with a hammer attachment in the end. We make a slight hole and just basically saw it like you would normally saw through some wood. But what we need to do in that situation, we need to use some water to keep the glass dust down. On most modern cars, there will be an airbagging situation, so obviously we try and do everything we can to prevent that, if it hasn't already activated, from activating while we are actually in the car. We did a procedure where we removed the full roof on this occasion, creating as much space as possible. So once we removed the roof, lifted the roof clear to allow us more space, and it was from this point then we then proceeded to put the spine board in position, coordinating the movements generally from the person who's looking after the casualty.
Get to the back and then we'll come round to you.
We're going to get to a point on the back seat.
Then we'll come round.
Just balance them over there, right?
Yeah.
One Malian.
To me, when you're ready. 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Go.
Right.
Right. I need to move again.
Go on. I've got the edge.
Out of here.
Are you alright there, mate?
Our students, Tom was inside the car and they were trying to do a mock scenario as if they would in a real car crash. And I found it really interesting, the fact that actually how everyone had a role in the group, and it was everyone knew exactly what to do, very methodical. And it actually took a lot longer than I thought it would. I would expect 5 minutes and they whip them out, and obviously if it's not a danger to the casualty, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of health and safety checks to do, and even the little things like you didn't really think about, like checking for wires and airbags in the material of the car before they cut through. So there's just there's an awful lot to it that you don't actually realise until you come and see one of these things.
Yeah, it's helped me a lot. People who go around cars, it's not clever, it's not big, and the consequences show, and it's a really bad situation to be in.
Sort of everything's under control, but when you actually think if that was actually a real incident, they don't know what they're coming to, and you don't actually know what his injuries could have been, because you could have been the people that have got out of the car and find he's just trapped and you don't know what's wrong with him, and so it's quite scary.